It was the early morning of February 17, 2020. Huntington resident Dion Atkins arrived home from his late-night work shift to settle into bed. His mother, Drema Atkins, was already fast asleep in her bedroom upstairs. Another quiet night in the Atkins household. Little did they know that something sinister waited inside their house, ready to set the world ablaze. That something sinister was a heated pet bed. Dion purchased this pet bed on Amazon.com as a gift for his mother. She would use it for her cats to lie on, especially in the cold winter months. The warranty statement on it read, "Safe and effective. High-low level of temperature control. It can avoid overheating to protect your pets." If only this were true. Dion and Drema woke up in the early hours of the morning to the sound of smoke alarms. Dion leapt out of bed and made his way downstairs to discover the pet bed had caught fire. By the time he realized it, it was too late. The fire grew quickly, trapping Drema upstairs. Dion crawled on hands and knees to get outside. In an attempt to rescue his mother, Dion climbed a drain pipe to reach his mother's window from the outside. However, the drain pipe broke in his attempt. The fire department arrived soon after, but not in time to save Drema. She would sadly pass away from smoke inhalation. So how could this tragedy have been avoided? In order to answer that, we need to look at the culprits. The manufacturer is ID'd through Amazon as Hydrohu and sold by Guan Han Dianki. The problem here is that Hydrohu and Guan Han Dianki don't exist. Each of these companies had a hand in manufacturing the components that make up the pet bed. It also failed to provide and display adequate warnings or instructions with respect to the dangerous temperatures to which it would rise and how to operate said pet bed. In other words, the warranty safe and effective was a lie. Thus, the defective and unreasonably dangerous condition of the pet bed was the direct and proximate cause of Drema's wrongful death. But the fault doesn't end there. We must also look to the party that gave these companies the platform to release their dangerous product onto an unsuspecting public. Amazon.
In the case of the Amazon heated pet bed, the bottom line is that this was a terrible tragedy. This pet bed caught fire and caused the house to burn down. Normally you would bring a products case against the manufacturer of that product. Well, what do you do when the manufacturer of that product is not an entity that you can reach in the United States? For example, if it's a Chinese entity, or the company that makes the product is a company that's from China. Well, then you have to bring the case against the seller or the retailer of that product. The interesting issue here is Amazon specifically does not hold themselves out to be a seller or a retailer. If that's true, who then could be held accountable for this Chinese made and manufactured device that we claim caused this fire? So what was our strategy here? We're taking the fight directly to Amazon from the outset. We filed a declaratory action to make a determination whether or not Amazon is a seller under state law. Rather than finding out at the tail end of the case whether Amazon is a seller, we want that issue figured out from the beginning. This is a matter of law issue, and if the court agrees with us, then we can continue on with the underlying issues in the product defect case. If the court disagrees, we may not have a case. At PMR Law, we considered our duty to find and hold accountable the parties responsible for this tragedy and hold them to account for the damages that they cause. And we will not stop until those parties are held accountable.